Backside big spins are one of my favorite flat ground tricks these days. I just love the feeling of throwing one and rolling away fakie. But it actually took me a long time to figure this trick out. That was until I learned an important thing. A backside big spin is its own trick. You can't think of it as a 360 shove it body varial or as a backside 180 with an extra pop shove it. It's a big spin. It's got its own technique, it's got its own problems. And when I realized that, it made this trick, and other tricks too, a lot easier. So this is the technique for the big spin. I like to set my feet up about like this. Front foot just up here somewhere where I can get it out of the way. Back foot I put on the tip of the tail a little bit toward the toe side. For a 360 shove it, I would generally put it right here to get a better scoop. But if you do that with a big spin, you're more likely to add in a flip. So I tend to put it about right there. Okay, with your feet in place, start to wind up. Now, the way that I like to do big spins is a full 360 shove it in the air and then I land straight. But to do that, you do need to wind up a little bit. And it'll be a little more than you think too, because you are transferring some of that rotation to the board and you're not landing in a pivot. So make sure you wind up. And when you do that and you get ready, keep your back straight. With most backside spinning tricks, keeping your back straight is an important thing to keep in mind. If you tend to curl your back forward, when you pop the board, it'll throw the board backwards. So if you ever casually try a backside flip and land on just your heels, there's a good chance that that's the problem. If you keep your back straight, you'll jump straight up and you'll stay more balanced in the air. Okay, you've got your feet in position, you got your back straight, now you get ready for the pop. And I do say pop because that is how it feels. The way I do the trick is I pop my back foot straight like this at an angle. Now what happens is, as my body rotates, that straight kick will become a curve. See, the board doesn't care whether your body's spinning or not, it just cares whether it's getting the right scooping motion. But to make that scooping motion while your body turns, you have to pop straight. Okay, so you wind up, you pop, and the board will start to do its thing. Now when you're in the air, if you kept your back straight, you should be able to decide whether you can land it or not. And if it stayed with you and everything's great, try to land it. When you're first learning, there's a good chance you'll have to kick turn or, just try to regain your balance for a second. But eventually you'll get better at them. Now if the board is not staying with you, the most important thing that you can work on is the angle of that pop. So if the board is underneath you but you land like this, try to pop the board more backwards. And play with that angle, play with the amount that you throw it. Remember, you weigh a lot more than your skateboard does. It's a lot easier to throw the board and force it to go where you want rather than jumping to try to follow it. If you do that, that's a good way to land off balance. So with all those tools, you should be able to get the trick. And after that, there's a lot of things you can do with it. You can add in a flip, you can do extra spins, you can do it into or out of grinds or manuals. So this is a great trick to learn and it's a great stepping stone. Well, that's it for big spins. Go out there and give them a try.